Hi everybody, welcome back to Brand Tip Tuesday. So hopefully you watched last week's version. We talked a little bit last week about logos and fonts, typeface, design, that kind of thing. Today I want to show you, and I want you to consider visually what your brand, how your brand is represented. So if you're selling a product or you're selling a service, no matter which, you need to have something that you're showing people that they hopefully can take with them and or visit later and think about what they want to do with you, because you may offer different levels of service, you may offer different products, and not everybody's going to make that decision right away. So for me, I have visual booklets that I can give to my clients and they can take with them. It's hard to open this and be on camera, but they can kind of take with them and look at, you know, I'm obviously a portrait photographer in addition to mentoring on the brand side, but this is something that they can take with and they can revisit it later, they can bring it back in and we can talk about it, but it's something I cover with them while they're visiting with me. And I want you to look at the design elements. So I've over time changed the font that I use, and I have started to uniformly use that same font across all of the different things that I do. So you'll notice that all of these fonts are the same. While the imagery is a little bit different because I'm taking the pictures, the font, I'm trying to create a uniform type of branding by having the logo, or I'm sorry, not the logo, but the words be in the same kind of font. And you can see here I have the logos on there as well, because those, and they're similar, different but similar, because I have actually two different kinds of brands. So I wanted them to both look similar but be recognizable. And even if you do some kind of, this is going to be really big, but you kind of get the idea, hopefully, if you can see without the reflection. But again, the same font used across the work that I'm doing. So if you are a, I don't know, plumber, you don't necessarily have to create a logo. I would recommend it, but you could just use a font that says your name or the name of your business and use that as the recognizable thing. I love this font that I've been using now for quite a while. It took me a while to get there though. I tried a lot of different things before I found one that I actually love. And I will hopefully stick with this one for a long time now, because it's part of what has become who I am in my brand. So again, if you offer different services, think about, you have to have something that you visually are representing your brand with, because when people go on your website, if you have different levels of service, they need to see what those are. If you have, something, if they come in to visit you at your place of business or you're visiting with them at their home, you want to have something that you can leave behind with them. It doesn't have to be a booklet. It could just be a flyer. And when we talk about flyers, this isn't necessarily a flyer, but this is on I don't know if you can tell, it's a glossy, a little bit thicker piece of paper. It is not printed from my home computer. I understand when you're first starting out that this printing on your home computer, it might be the only way to get it done. And that's okay, again, if you're just getting started. However, this isn't that expensive. You can go to the FedEx store and ask them for a thicker cardstock, and they use a higher end printer to print so the color looks correct. This is actually just an insert for one of my booklets that I added a page to that after print. So I have added that into my new magazine once it comes out. However, in the interim, I have this to kind of supplement it. So think about everything that you do, from your business card paper to, flyers, to stuff you stick in the mail, anything you're doing that is a leave behind that a client's going to take with them, or a potential client. Everything represents you. So that's your tip for this week. Be thinking about all of the printed items. If you don't have any printed items, then maybe work with that same designer we talked about last week. Or you could go to Fiverr. Again, they have all different kinds of services there, and there are other ones as well. that you can try out and inexpensively get some things designed for you and have them printed locally that won't cost you an arm and a leg, but are going to represent your brand well. So that's it. Have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye.